Now, for your Partners in Primary Care COVID-19 update, area hospitals are filling up and it's happening very, very fast. Kansas City is hit especially hard. We have the latest numbers for you right here in this graph from the Mid-America Regional Council. There are 170 ICU beds in Kansas City, and more than 90% of those are full. About 40% of those patients have COVID. And we can also tell you the beds that are open are only 16 right now in Kansas City proper. That's the green section of this graph. We can also expand this to the KC Metro and let you know that there are 95 beds. That's it within the KC Metro out of a total of 606 ICU beds. Again, all of this we're talking about is ICU. Local health experts say things will only get worse over the next couple of weeks as well.
We know that hospitalizations follow cases, and if cases increase, we have to be prepared for the same or resultant increase in hospitalizations at a time where hospital beds are tight.
Some of the sickest people are coming back to the hospital now, complaining of fatigue, shortness of breath as well. Doctors say it's actually normal. It can happen a few days or weeks following treatment. The CDC does say 9% now of COVID patients are being readmitted to the hospital. The bed shortage isn't just happening here locally either. Throughout the entire nation and the Show Me State, it's being made worse by a statewide staffing shortage here in Missouri. According to the Missouri Hospital Association, 10% of registered nursing positions are unfilled from border to border in this state.
We showed you yesterday morning that Mayor Quinton Lucas wrote on Twitter changes coming in response to soaring COVID numbers. That had a lot of people wondering what exactly did that mean. Well, KCTV5 stands for you, so we asked the mayor about this. He says he does not believe there will be a second lockdown, but he did mention potential changes for businesses, including limiting the number of people inside.
We just kind of got back in the rhythm of our clients and being back around the community, so hopefully we ain't got to go through that again. But if we do, it's something that the community needs to do, obviously, so everybody can stop being sick and passing this around.
As of right now, the mayor says he is not going to be making any announcements regarding policy changes this week, but there may be a chance next week.
Hospitalizations for coronavirus have hit an all-time high in the United States, which makes sense considering the bed shortage. And numbers are continuing to rise. Now, this morning, we can tell you it's happening at a record pace.
Yeah, some elected officials are stepping in with new measures to try and slow the spread. CBS's Deborah Alfarone explains.
Cities across the U.S. are taking new measures as the coronavirus spread surges again. Yesterday, the nation hit a record for new cases, with more than 144,000 infections reported and nearly 1,900 deaths, the highest since May.
Hospitals and other healthcare providers are experiencing staff shortages, and increasingly more staff themselves are having to call in sick.
In Indiana, the governor warned of higher than ever numbers of COVID-19 patients throughout state hospitals. Health officials worry the system can't withstand a prolonged uptick in cases.
We're still able to handle any patient that comes our way, but it's certainly to the point of making us wonder what comes next.
In Maryland, Governor Larry Hogan is reimposing restrictions, including limiting in-person gatherings to 25 people. In New York City, once the epicenter of the pandemic, Governor Andrew Cuomo followed the lead of many other officials nationwide, bringing back restrictions on gyms, bars, and restaurants.
If these measures are not sufficient to slow the spread, we'll turn the valve more.
Los Angeles, already with restrictions in place, is now also sending warnings via cell phone.
This week, LA residents will receive a wireless emergency text, a message that alerts everyone with symptoms or possible exposure to get tested.
Testing at Dodger Stadium caused long lines and a massive stretch of cars well into the evening hours on Tuesday. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.